Good morning, guys. It's Chris from the Ultimate Recycler once again in the emergency storage shed to get something out of this shed for this week. We've finally got the two cupboards out. If you haven't followed the last few episodes, we've got a few more boxes of books. We're making good headway. We're going to get that shelf in the middle of the room next. We have to start at the top. There's stuff stacked right up the top, but I know there's quite a few subscribers hanging out to see some things on this shelf. It looks pretty interesting. Let's go and have a look what we've got to get first. It's got to be a process, and you've got to stick with it. You've got to trust the process, isn't that what they say? Let's go and grab something. Yeah, there's no place for cherry picking here. If we're going to do a job, we've got to do it methodically and consistently. What are we up to? Episode 147, I think. That's 147 weeks in a row. We have not missed one, and I don't intend to. Right, this shelf in the middle has got some pretty interesting bits and pieces. Bit of electronics, bit of vintage stuff, box of unknown things, possibly tools. Looks like some old china or plates in that crate. Don't know what's in the grey crate. Looks like we've got some computer keyboards again, maybe in the top. We have to start at the top because that just makes logical sense. There's some sort of shelf right up amongst the rafters there. We'll get that down first. We'll work out what to do with that. Then the plastic crate. I think we can leave the yellow box for now. That's kind of resting on other stuff behind it. We'll leave that frame there too, which I've pointed out a few times. I think I have a plan for that, but it doesn't have to come out at this stage. Let's work on the items on top of this centre shelf, and over the coming weeks we'll work our way through this. Finally, says a few of you. Okay, I'm a little vertically challenged, but I think we can do this. Hopefully it's not heavy. Oh, it's got a bit of weight to it. Oh, what's this? Okay, we'll deal with that later. Now, this is a pretty old shelf, I think, and it's going to hit the light. That's a problem. I wonder if we can take it off behind the light. No, we might have to come forward. We might actually have to get this tub out. Oh God, that's heavy too. All right. Maybe I should get a ladder. Okay, what do they say about middle-aged men and climbing ladders? I don't know, you tell me. All right. I'm not supposed to be doing this box, but it's in the road. And it's pretty heavy too, and I can see what's in here. And it's, where am I going to put it? Okay, we're not talking about this box. We'll get to that another day. Oh, I can see what's in that one too. Interesting. Focus. Oh yes, I remember this one. It is pretty heavy. Sorry I'm not looking at the camera. I've got better things to do. All right, let's swing it around. It's a really nice old, you probably can't see that, wall-mounted shelf system. Quite early 1900s. We'll have a better look at that in a minute and work out what we're going to do with it. We'll get that tub down too. Oops. Oh, swinging lights. Okay. We have some old keyboards and things in here. We'll get to those in a minute too. And let's do the right thing and put this back where it came from. Okay, I didn't touch it. It wasn't me. We'll sort these out and see what we're going to do with them first. I don't think we'll be getting another box, although I did get told off in the last video for having an episode under 20 minutes. I know you guys like to go through these and do another box, but I've got to process them all and it takes time. I'll move the camera, we'll have a look at these first. Okay, I've got the plastic tub of computer stuff. We'll go through that on the bench. I've taken the shelf unit up to the deck. We'll have a look at that up there because it was pretty pointless trying to get it into my crowded shed when it's so big, and we've just got to take it out again. So we'll have a look at that on the deck later. We'll go through this. Apologies if I've been huffing and puffing in the microphone. The trouble with having a mic right here and you're doing something physical is it picks up your breathing quite well, and I think I'm fairly fit. I shouldn't be huffing and puffing as much as you probably heard. Anyway, let's have a look at this tub. We have vintage keyboards and mice. Not very exciting. We had a box of these quite a while back, which I have to admit, embarrassingly, I still haven't actually got to. I was going to eBay some of them. There is an IBM Model M keyboard amongst it that I was going to throw on eBay. They used to be worth about $300. Hopefully we've got another one in here. But we'll go through these. We've got to process everything and we'll see what we're going to do with this. I'll try and make some decisions, and I will get back to the other stuff as well, and maybe have a bit of a flurry on eBay and sell a lot of keyboards. I really need to get onto eBay. I've got a series on selling online and I haven't done an episode for quite a while, so make me do it. Say in the comments, come on, get onto that. We enjoyed it, hopefully. We didn't enjoy it, but do it anyway, whatever. Rightio, let's have a look in here. Okay, a book called Machine Code for Beginners, and that would probably be amazing if it was up to date, and I bet you it's, oh geez, what do we reckon, 80s, 90s? First published 1983. So a 1983 book on code, machine code. I'll check eBay. It might be a scarce book. It might be quite collectible by people that are into vintage computers. Now, here's a nice old one. It's yellowed a bit. It's kind of a clicky. The clicky keyboards tend to be sought after. It's a model SK3. I can't read that. Doesn't seem to be branded AT or XT. So it suits the earlier computers back in the 80s. We'll have to look up the model number. I have a tag where these come from, and most of them came in the e-waste. They were just given to me because people were going to throw them out. This one is a HP Hewlett-Packard. So quite often the branded ones have more of a following, particularly IBM. This is a bit later. It's for Windows 98. So probably not much value there. That's the PS2 connection. What did the other one have? The older one, is that the AT plug, I think? I did work them all out last time I did keyboards, and I've promptly forgotten them again. This one looks like it's a little more modern again, perhaps 98 era. Manufactured by, doesn't give a date, made in Taiwan. Oh, the cord's pulling out, so it's not in the best condition. And it's all tangled. And that has the older AT. It's like a DIN plug, I think. Now we have a vintage mouse, a 3-button one. I think it's got what they call a serial port. And it's got an adapter from a serial port down to a VGA. So it's going to have some value. Now, what else is in here? This isn't a keyboard. This is a floppy drive. Okay, it looks probably 90s. Doesn't have a date, made in the Philippines. And it's got serial port connectors. I think they are. Correct me if I'm wrong on those. And another one on the bottom here. There's not many in here, so it won't take up too much time. IPC. Yeah, probably a similar era again. Early 90s maybe. Late 80s. It's got the older plug. And another little mouse here, a Microsoft mouse with the ball. Very dirty. So that's all we've got in here. I'll clean these up. I'll check their values. I don't expect we've got a lot of value here. Unfortunately, we didn't have another Model M. But I need to process these. They're probably not worth very much in this pile. We've got to get them out of the shed, so we're halfway there. We've got them down off the shelf. So I've just finished a little bit of research on these, just checking out model numbers on eBay, completed items, see what's selling, see what's getting bids. I've decided that I'm going to save my time on working on these. Some of them are getting pretty good money, but I'm really not that keen to pop all the buttons off them and clean them up and then reassemble them, wipe the cords down, they're all pretty dirty, then set up a vintage computer and test them. It's a lot of work per keyboard to just prove that they work, and then if they don't work, of course, I have to mention that in my eBay listing and that affects the value. I did see all of these sell. This one up the top here, I didn't find any completed items, but I found one that was for sale at $125. It had 12 watches on it. That was in Australia. So potentially that's a rare keyboard, but again, is it worth me spending an hour or two cleaning it up, then testing it, then doing photos, eBay listings? If it sells, then going to the post office after packaging it. I'm actually happy just to quit all these very cheaply, and someone else can worry about that. The floppy drive here, I don't have the power supply for it. There was quite a few of these selling. It's an external drive. There was a few of these selling for between $20 and $50. But yeah, again, I could probably find a power supply. I could probably clean it up and test it, but then it's not really worth the time. This one, 3 of these sold for over $100 in the US. But again, it's very dirty. I think this one had an issue with the cord, was it? Yeah, the cord's not properly in there, so it might have a fault. And, you know, I haven't actually ever pulled a keyboard apart. I would imagine it's quite time consuming to pop all the keys off. Perhaps you'd have to photograph it so they go back in the right spots, and then scrub them all up in hot soapy water. You've got the issue of yellowing on some of these. So these ones were quite common, the HP ones. They were selling between 20 and 30, but again, clean and tested, so it's definitely not worth doing. This one here, the older one that's more of a clicky keyboard, there was a couple of them I found. One sold for about 45, one sold for 60 something in the US. So they're bringing money, but I'm not prepared to put in the effort to present a nice, clean, tested working keyboard with all the time involved. The mice, much the same. This one actually, even though it's a cool old mouse, there was quite a few of these on. I saw one brand new in its box with all the paperwork, and it only sold for $50. This one I would have thought probably isn't worth that much, but I found a few that sold. One of them sold as a buy it now for over $200. And yet the very next listing, there was one listed that looked identical, didn't get a $24 bid. So eBay is a fickle place. I'm not going to worry about eBaying any of these. This book, I found a few of these that did sell for $20 odd each. And at least that doesn't need the time to clean it. I'll finish taking that sticker off. It looks like it was, 95 cents new. But I'm not prepared to eBay something for $20 anymore. I just don't have the time. I'm going to probably put that in the shop for $10. Someone will love it. And all the keyboards and the mice, I think I'll put in that tub there that I got them out of, and the drive, and I'll just put them as they are, not even cleaned, out the front of the shop on the weekend. Vintage computer stuff, $20 a pick. So that way I'm not wasting any time. Someone will perceive themselves in getting a bargain, and indeed they will. You know, if someone's after one of these and they're prepared to spend $150 to grab one for 20 that just they need to clean up and they've got time on their hands, well, great, everyone's happy. So that's what I'm going to do with these. We've got 1, 2, 3, even the mice, 4, 5, 6, 7 items at $20 each. That will bring us back, what's that, $140? So that's pretty good in my book. Quick turnover, no work, happy customers, space in my shed. It's a win all round. Plus the book at $10, so $150 back out of one box for virtually no work. I'm not even going to brush them off. Oh, well, maybe I'll just brush them off. Put them in the tub, take them to the shop. Hopefully they go quick. If anyone's interested who's watching, I don't really want to post them out for $20 because, again, that's adding to my time of packaging them, sending them out. If you want the lot, well, maybe we could do something. But I'm happy to pass these on. If you happen to be coming through this area, if you're kind of local, I will put them aside for a few weeks if someone wants them. After all, they've been sitting in my shed for a few years. So that's cool. Happy to do that. Just don't want the effort to have to package them, go to the post office, all that sort of stuff for a small amount. Okay, who wants to get another box? Yeah? We'll have a look at that shelf on the deck later. but we might as well get something else out of the shed. I want to make sure this video goes longer than 15 minutes or I'll get into trouble again. So the next item on this shelf is this crate full of china plates, something, been wrapped up in newspaper. It's possibly come from the house where we unwrapped a lot of the other china, and the same place. Oh no, it's different to where we got the books. Yeah, this came from a charity shop, I think. We'll check the dates on the paper and we'll go through it. It's probably some English crockery. There could be some good value. You just never know what's in these boxes. Okay, unwrapping time. We have a bowl that looks English. And the back stamp's pretty well all gone, but I'm pretty sure that's an English sweets bowl. Do we have a date on the newspaper here? There's no dates. No, we'll have to get a date on something else. All right, so these are possibly the smaller bowls from the sweet set. So there's the master, and there should be 6 little ones if the set's complete. Oh, there's a sugar bowl, and this has got a bit of back stamp, so it is English. It says Sir John Bennett, made in England, Cavendish. I'll get you a photo of that. And it looks like we have, is that the same set though? No, that might be a different set. So here's a creamer or a milk jug. That's nice. So that goes with the sugar bowl, and we often sell these as just sets of jugs and bowls rather than include them with the whole crockery set. It's pretty hard to sell crockery these days, especially the older stuff with the gold trim, because you can't put it in the dishwasher, you can't put it in the microwave, so it needs to be hand washed. Not that easy to sell. Alright, so we have plates here. These plates match the bowls, so they're definitely oh no, they're the same pattern. Alright, so maybe it's a complete dinner set. That might be all this box is one complete dinner set. Well, we'll keep going and see. So there's another side plate. Something bigger here. We have maybe the dinner plates. Oh yeah. They're in good condition. There's a nice back stamp for you. So I would say probably 1950s. Looks 50s era. Oh yeah, it looks like it's all one set. Let's see if it's all here. So side plates. I don't think we've got cups though, teacups. Now you usually have 6 of each item in a complete set. Sometimes you can get sets of 8. A couple more bowls. Nothing's damaged that I can see at this stage. I think we have 2 different size dinner plates. Oh, look. Was in a charity shop, $25 a set. Oh, we have a breakage. And this is why plates really should not be stacked this way. Now this is a serving bowl. And it's broken clean in half. It was quite crazed anyway, all that fine cracking. I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up, but the fine cracking is little cracks in the glaze. They're not cracks in the porcelain as such. Obviously that is a big crack, and that happens from the porcelain drying out over the years, particularly when plates have a surface where it contacts the table, or there's an area that's not glazed. It happens often that the porcelain dries and shrinks slightly over the years and all the glaze actually cracks. You can avoid it by regularly washing your crockery, but then again you risk chipping it. So yeah. But this is why you should not stack plates horizontally. If you're packing up a dinner set and you have a good sturdy crate or a box, you are always best to actually store them vertically. paper between them, of course, and make sure they don't protrude over the top of the box, and they will travel and be moved around and stacked and stored, and you won't have any risk of breakage. But the sheer weight of plates sitting this way, particularly on an oval plate where the weight isn't distributed evenly, that's what's happened. All right, let's hope there's no more breakages. Generally dinner plates, because, oh, we have a different set here. That looks Japanese. No, it's Czechoslovakia. Probably 60s era, maybe. A little bit of a luster finish to it. Very dusty. Oh, I wonder what else we have in here. Oh, here we go. This is quite a pretty, more of a cabinet plate or a wall plate. And it's Japanese. Saji, fine china, Japan. Foil sticker. I'm saying 60s maybe for that one. Could even be in the 70s. Oh, here we go. Unfortunately, stacking plates, flat wood, horizontally on the flat. I don't think that was a particularly good one, which is fortunate. Oh, it was an English one. It had $5 on it at a charity shop. Not worth anything now. Okay, yeah, we've just got a mixture of everything here. Dixonian Rose registration number, so that will be English. All different ones, and these were definitely out of an op shop or a charity shop. That was $10 marked down to $5. Old Foley, James Kent, Staffordshire, England. Hole in the middle. It would have had a little handle. It's got an old hairline crack on that side that's stained a bit. So not much value there. The Four Seasons, 1988. Basically a calendar. That's an Avon plate. So they had $5 on that. I won't be getting these prices. I find plates very hard to sell these days. That's a pretty one. No name on that. 10 was possibly a price. And this is a situation, even though this one's not super old, when it has the ring here with no glaze on it is when you're likely to have the porcelain dry out. This one hasn't crazed though. Maybe it was washed regularly. Okay, another one with a hole through the middle. That one's a nice enough one. British Anchor, $5. I think I have some little stems and handles which make them much more saleable, because I'd struggle to get $5 for that now. Did that have a price on it? Yes, it had 5. But with the little handle on it, I would probably get 10. I'll have to check if I've got some. Here's another plate with a hole in the middle. That's Royal Staffordshire Pottery, A.J. Wilkinson. And that one's in good condition. Oh, we have another little jug. Oh, so this one's probably the milk jug with the sugar bowl, and the other one is probably more of a gravy jug. So yeah, they're not a nice set. They will sell well. Ah, yet another one with a hole in the middle. This is a classic, probably Meakin. It's been quite well used. It's a bit scratched and the pattern's coming off a bit. It is J&G Meakin, England. Sunshine, $5 I had on that. A more plain one here. Tuscan China, English again. A larger lusterware plate here, be Japanese for sure. Yep, Japan, $5. Quite worn, that's been well used. Another breakage, and again it's the oval plates because the pressure is uneven on them. That's a shame. But again, that one's quite badly crazed with staining. You can remove the staining if you've got a really nice piece with the crazing. The crazing doesn't seem to detract. Collectors don't really mind the crazing. It's not considered damage, but staining is. And you can remove it. You can soak them in Sterident, like denture tablets, something like that. I did read something else recently. I can't remember what, but there are a few methods of getting the staining out. That was Meakin. They had 10 on it, not worth anything now. Last couple down the bottom, another oval serving plate. This one did survive, very well worn. Nice mark on the back, Midwinter Porcelain Burslem. Not worth 10 in my book. We might struggle to get 5. But prices have changed a lot on china over the last 20 odd years and a bit more. Any English plate used to get good dollars back in the 80s and 90s. That one's Alfred Meakin. That survived okay. No damage on that one. I won't get 15 though. And that's it. So a crate full of plates, just about everything. Oh, English and Japanese plates, a couple of jugs. We didn't really have a full set of anything here. Even the sweet set, we only had 3 small bowls, and they're quite worn. So I think we'll probably group up the matching set of plates and bowls and sell them. But I will sell the jugs and the sugar bowl separately, even though they're part of that set. And all the other plates, we'll have to go through them and have a bit of a better look. I'll work out some prices. Didn't get a date on the newspaper, but it doesn't really matter. That would have been the date that I wrapped it up, because I think I would have wrapped this lot up. Oh, there's a date on this one. 2007. So that's probably when I wrapped this up. It's been in storage that long. And it's been carried from my old shop to my storage shed here. Time to pass it on to other people and hopefully get a few dollars back. So here's all the plates cleaned and sorted. They actually cleaned up pretty well. The black texture marks with the pricing I took off with methylated spirits, or denatured alcohol, I think you guys call it in the States. Everything else just cleaned up with basic Windex window cleaner. So that's all I did. I didn't actually wash them. I'm going to try, on all these complete plates, I'm going to try $5 each. They may or may not sell. They may sit in the shop for a while, but, you know, people do buy them. They just don't bring anywhere near what they used to. The dinner set over there were 6 dinner size plates and 6 side plates. I actually thought there was 2 sizes of dinner plates, but no, they're all the same. And so they're complete sets of the plates. There's not a complete set of the bowls. I'm going to put that lot together for maybe $10. And the gravy jug might make $10 on its own. It's actually quite a nice one. And the sugar bowl and cream jug or milk jug will probably be $10 as well. So that will add up there. The broken plates are really no value at all. I often, though, put them in a box for people that like to do mosaics. So they'll smash them up even further and be creative with them, better than putting them in the bin. These few are going in the $1 box at the shop. That one's got a crack in it. That one with the hole in the middle has a chip somewhere as well. And so does that one. So they'll just be in the $1 box. The rest of the plates are in good condition, so $5 each on all those. And yeah, we can get them all out of here and into the shop. Now, the astute of you may have noticed or picked up on the fact that I said, don't stack your plates horizontally, they'll break, which we've demonstrated. And then I said, I would have packed these back in 2007. So, yep, I packed them incorrectly. I have learned something in almost 20 years. And it just goes to show that, yeah, the weight of them in a stack can actually cause damage if they're not packed correctly. So, there we go. Now, we have to go and have a look on the deck. Now let's have a look at this nice shelf unit. I have cleaned it off. I just brushed all the dust off it. And you may notice the right hand door looks a bit brighter than the other timber. And I've just rubbed that back with beeswax. And it shows you the beautiful timber. I think it's probably Tasmanian blackwood. It's a really nice, sort of hints of fiddleback pattern to it. Edwardian era by the look of the decoration on top, which dates it to 1900 to 1910, thereabouts. Really nice wall hanging shelf unit. It's designed to hang on the wall, so it's kind of not technically a piece of furniture. Also probably called like almost a whatnot, just to put trinkets on, shelves and things. The only damage it's got is that the door I actually cleaned up. The hinges are broken. So we should be able to get that out, because it's just sitting there. So a couple of brass hinges. I think the pins have just come out, or one of the brass lugs are missing. and the remainder of the hinges are there. The other door actually works perfectly fine. So it's a really nice unit. It's in good original condition. The escutcheon is there for the key. The lock's still in it. Should be able to find a key for that pretty easily. We'll fit that back in there now if we can. But doesn't the timber look beautiful? The beeswax really gives it a real warmth, a nice glow, shows off the grain nicely. And that's all I would do with it if I was going to keep it, would be just to perhaps give it a little wash down, let it dry, and a nice rub with beeswax. It'll look magnificent. Fix the hinges and you've got a perfectly original and pretty well unadulterated wall unit. So what am I going to do? Well, I don't want to keep it. I don't have a spot for it. I'm happy for it to go to a new home. It doesn't really suit our house. Mind you, we have a bit of all eras in our house. We have some retro, we have antique, but I don't have a spare wall and really not much to put on there. I used to keep my table tennis trophies on it. It was actually in my old house behind the old shop. Can I suggest that I ran out of room? I had too many trophies. Well, take that as you may. I'm going to ask $100 for it. It should sell really quickly at that. Does need just a little bit of work and a bit more of a clean up, but I'm happy to pass it on to a loving home fairly quickly because I don't really have anywhere at the shop to sit it either. So yeah, $100 for an Edwardian wall mounted trinket shelf. Okay, let's sum up today's haul with a glance at the notepad. Everything as mentioned throughout the video, $330. Not sure how we're going to go with all the computer stuff. I would expect maybe the Microsoft mouse won't sell for $20, but you just never know. Some of the keyboards should, and I will go through that other box of keyboards that I did quite a while ago. I can't remember what episode it was, and any of the lower value ones I'm going to add to this box as well. And I will dig out that Model M and we'll throw that on eBay, or perhaps if I can establish a price, I'll put it in the shop. Even if it's $300 or something, the right person will grab it. $100 for that Edwardian shelf unit should be very easy. We probably won't get $5 for all the plates. We'll see how we go. $330 into the kitty and a lot of space made. Hope you're happy with all that stuff I moved for you today. And that $330 adds to our kitty to take us just past $26,000 on my running tally from what we've salvaged out of that shed. And we have, remember, probably another 12 months or more of episodes, so we should top 30 grand, hey? Anyone cautious a guess as to the grand total? Of course, it would be a total guess because no one, not even me, knows what's in half of those boxes yet. There could be something absolutely amazing to blow us out of the water, or there might be more boxes of those, if you remember from last week, those plastic flower arranging things that incidentally I did sell $10 for the whole box lot, so it was worth something. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.